Are these both? Oh, that's doctors. Alright.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Morning.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake, the technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
One of the new immigrants died. If you're so smart, maybe you could help us.
Yeah, I heard she was drinking
But
river
no, that never even crossed your mind.
Okay, if everybody could stop talking, for fuck's sake.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not
Jeez.
until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
Alright.
You stacked those crates on the...
Hi.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's daughter, aren't you? What are you doing here?
You know my father? Have you seen him?
Well, yes, of course I do. Don't you know who I am? I suppose James never told you. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your father many years ago. Your mother as well, in fact. You'll have to forgive me, this has all been very stressful. What with your father suddenly showing up here after being gone for so long. You have to understand that we put all of that behind us. Project Purity, our work, all of it. We've moved on, even if your father hasn't.
Can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
What was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time, and wants to try again.
I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Why did my mother die? What happened?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
I left the vault to look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you.
Fuck you!
Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
I'm sorry, could you please tell me where he's gone?
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Where is this old lab?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now.
Tell me about this project you worked on with my father.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What was the point of it all?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Why didn't it work?
We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
What is this lab? What are you doing here?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
What do you know about the city's history?
I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days.
That's fair. Gotta go.
Good luck finding your father.
Thank ya.
Vehicles again. They need to be moved or you'll short out the system.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
Depends. What exactly are we talking about here?
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Missing property? What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Sounds like slavery to me. You sure they don't wander off on purpose?
Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
I'm not sure how it is up north, but around here we get paid for our work.
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Sure, I'll look into finding your android for you.
Excellent. Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
Uh-huh. Any suggestions for finding this android?
Like I've said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings.
If this android wandered off, why would he want a new mind and face?
Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life. Wipe away all memory, all guilt. Trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human, no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story.
Okay. Why would an android feel guilt? Come on, Zimmer, what aren't you telling me?
By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. Very well. I'll tell you what you want to know, if it helps you locate my property. The duty of this particular unit was the hunting and capturing of other escaped androids. Yes, others have escaped. It's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to think for themselves, fool themselves into believing they have rights. And so, this particular android may have believed he'd done something wrong, immoral, and wanted to forget those deeds. Satisfied now?
Okay, so if others have escaped, why are you coming after this one?
This particular android, designation A321, is different, special, the most advanced synthetic humanoid I've ever developed. The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models, easily replicated. But A321, it will take years to recreate him. So you see, this android must be located at all costs. The others are all acceptable losses, but A321, he is irreplaceable.
Do you know the history behind Rivet City? I doubt it.
Looks to me like a giant boat ran aground and a bunch of savages moved in. History lesson over.
Yeah, that makes me want to help you more. Gotta go.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
I'll remove them before the end.
Lay a hand on Dr. Zimmer and I'll snap your neck like a chicken bone.
Uh-huh, sure.
Hey,
Please excuse me. There is much work to be done.
What do you do around here?
I help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment moved. I am no scientist. I just help with the heavy things.
Fair.
Some
Hi.
people are in such a hurry. I'm Janice Kaplinsky, Chief Botanist. What do you need?
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
I did see a man talking to Dr. Lee, but I really shouldn't be discussing it. She's already in a bad mood. I'd hate to make it worse. You should probably just talk to her about it.
What do you know about Zimmer?
Other than him being an egotistical, arrogant, condescending pain in the ass, nothing. He's from the Commonwealth. He's come looking for some special robot. I must admit I'm rather curious, but I have other work to do.
Do you know anything about Rivet City's history?
If it hasn't got to do with the science quarters, I'm probably not the one to ask. And Dr. Lee's so busy, you really shouldn't disturb her work.
Alright, bye.
So long.
Alright, looks like we're gonna have to go to the broken,
What else do you
I think,
want from me?
bow of the ship. Nothing, bitch! Chill! Also, I call a lot of people bitches, and I'm aware that's fairly hostile. Probably shouldn't be doing that, but
This
oh well.
is a medical clinic. Please don't disturb any of my patients. You're wounded. Let me bandage that.
What do you know about this android from the Commonwealth?
That old story? Well, now, I haven't heard talk of that in quite some time. It was all just a rumor, a hoax. Someone's idea of a practical joke. Story was there was an android, escaped from the Commonwealth up north, from someplace called the Institute. There was a holotape that got circulated. I think I've got a copy of it. Yeah, here it is. Give it a listen. That's a man's voice. Hoax for sure.
Tell me more about this holotape.
Like I said, it's a hoax. Don't bother with it. Someone sent tapes like that to pretty much every doctor in the wasteland. None of us believed it.
Gotta go.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks. Do you have anybody here? You do. Oh, excuse me. Alright.
Everything looks okay here.
Oh. Sister.
They call me sister. Don't ask.
But you're a man. Why do they call you sister?
Are you making fun of my name? It's a damn good thing for you this place is crawling with security. Otherwise, I'd kick your ass. You're bothering me. You don't want to bother me.
Have you heard anything about the history of Rivet City?
Do I look like someone who cares?
Look like someone who deserves a bullet in the head. Got things to do.
So do I.
Fuck off.
What do you want?
So where's your family?
My mom is probably drunk, and my dad's dead. Is that good enough for you, asshole? I've heard of you. You're one of the good guys.
Oh god, I can make him steal shit for me? I bet you aren't afraid of anything. Would you steal some ammo for me?
Of course I'm not afraid. I'll take it and he'll never know. I'll have it by tomorrow.
You know anything about Rivet City? How they made it? Anything?
It's a boat. A really big boat.
Fair. Heard any stories about the city's history?
Yeah. Dad built it to fight off the Mirelurks. And Mom, she's like the Mirelurk queen.
I gotta go. Stay out of trouble, James.
Whatever.
Yes, miss.
Time's running out on finding that android. If we don't get him soon, someone else will. Zimmer doesn't seem to understand we're the best at this sort of thing. I'm sure he's had others too. He won't shut up about the thing. He was babbling about a lipoplasticator and microdermal. Or got his memories wiped or something. Find some tech junkies, knock on some doors, and try to find something called a circuit neuralizer. Knock on some heads too if you have to. Get it done.
Hey, it was in green.
I'm on duty. Make it quick.
I've heard that Rivet City is run by some sort of council.
Chief Harkness meets with Dr. Lee and Bannon to discuss security matters. It's a waste of a good Monday morning, if you ask me. They should just let Chief Harkness call the shots.
I'd like to report someone.
Oh, really? If someone took your stuff, go get it back. If they shoot at you, shoot back. Otherwise, I've got to see it for myself before I'm going to do anything.
That's fair. Gotta go.
Yeah, see ya.
Time is it?
Hey there.
Oh.
Take a look around. I got all kinds of stuff in here.
Do you know who did the memory transfer on the escaped android?
Yep. Old Pinkerton. They say he helped found Rivet City. Must be some sort of crazy genius. He kind of vanished a long time ago. I don't know where he went, but you might ask around the ship.
I gotta go.
See you later.
Alright. I'm gonna go down, to the bar, because why not? See, common room, St. Monica's Church. I'm not gonna go there for a little bit. Oh. Usually that stuff's marked in red.
This is the Muddy Rudder. Cause any trouble, and you'll have to deal with me.
Okay.
Have you seen my good-for-nothing son, James? I'm Tammy. Have you seen my good-for-nothing son lately? The little shit is usually up to no good.
There are no bad children, only bad parents.
What a load of crap. Obviously, you've never had to take care of some squealing little brat. Yeah? What do you want?
Is that your son running around here?
Yeah, that's James. My own little troublemaking brat. I'd sell him to you if they'd let me. Unless you've got any more personal questions, I'm busy. Yeah? What do you want?
You don't gotta be such a bitch.
Oh, really? My husband ran off and got himself killed, and left me to raise his little brat. So don't you tell me how I should or shouldn't be.
You're gonna end up with a bullet in your head, lady. Just saying.
Spare enough for a drink? I could really use one. Shit, just what this hole needs, another woman. Either buy me a drink or take your skanky ass somewhere else.
Sure, here's 5 caps. Go ahead and pick your poison.
I guess you're okay. Thanks for the drink.
Can I ask you about Rivet City's history?
Can't help you with the history, honey. It's noisy, dark, and smelly. But we're safe here. No super mutants or raiders, and maybe Dr. Lee will find a way to get clean water for us.
I better leave.
Don't let me stop you. Unless you're going to buy me around, get lost.
Sure.
I guess you're okay. Thanks for the drink.
Alright. Oh, hi.
I'm Belle Bonnie, and this is the Muddy Rudder. I'll tell you what I tell all the fresh meat. Don't start anything down here, or I'll have Brock kick your ass.
That's fair. Nice place you have here.
You must be drunk. Are you gonna order or what?
I'm looking for someone named Pinkerton. Ring any bells?
What a moron. Always going on about how he started Rivet City. Who gives a crap? Right before he disappeared, he was going on about some newfangled contraption he was sure was in the broken bow of the ship.
Heard any good stories?
Go talk to Vera if you want gossip. I don't talk bad about folks.
Is Polly really addicted?
Oh yeah. He's a mess. I'm glad I'm not in Cindy's shoes.
Have any stories about this place's history?
History? What, not enough shit around here already? You need to dig up more? Don't know if it ever had an official start. It's just been here forever. Stuck in the river and full of assholes.
I bet someone like you hears lots of stories. Can't you share one?
No, I can't fucking well share one. What sort of moron are you? But fine. If it'll get you out of my face, go down to Pinkerton's shed in the broken off bow of the ship. If he decides to give you a history lesson, it's no business of mine. Now get the hell out of my bar. What the hell do you want?
I'll have a drink.
What'll you have? A pleasure doing business with you.
Later, Belle.
I'll be right here when you get thirsty.
Alright.
What'll you have?
Excuse me.
Whiskey and water. Go light on the water.
I'm Brock, the bouncer. I take care of the troublemakers. You aren't going to be a troublemaker, are you?
No, sir. I'm just here to drink and talk.
Let's keep it that way. Belle can mix almost anything as long as it's beer or whiskey.
Alright. Y'all should probably clean the floor. Just saying. That can't smell good. Capital Preservation Society. Okay. Might as well head up there and then... Oh God. Hi.
Haven't run into you before.
Literally.
You probably wouldn't remember me anyway. I'm Mr. Lopez.
Why wouldn't I remember you?
Nobody does. I'm not very memorable. Don't worry. It won't be a problem for much longer.
I'm just gonna pause there because one, that's really sad, but also Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, won't you bet my name, Mr. Cellophane? I had to. Anyway.
Just leave me alone.
No.
Just leave me alone.
No. I guess I'll have to catch him
Hello.
for later. Hi. Wow, a lot of security. Let's see. Oh. Down.
Hey,
Hey, you get out of my way. How about that?